thank the Most High for another year. I know we didn't really give it too much thought, but we are in a new year. And I thank the Most High for allowing my eyes to see another one. A whole lot's changed since last year. A whole lot happened last year. A whole lot. When, a lot of trials and tribulations. I'm sure not only on my part, but on yours as well. But thank the Most High, we're still here. Most High saw fit to keep us all here for a reason. So we definitely can't take that for granted and just make a fool of it. I mean, yes, when that sun dropped, it created a new day. When that new moon came in, it created a whole new year. So let's let this year be a better year than last year. So whatever foolishness was going on last year, let's kill it this year. Let's really make a real attempt to kill it this year. We can't go back and change what we did last year, but we can change what we do from this day forth, from this year forth. So I encourage everybody to cleanse your heart, cleanse your mind, because we got a cup coming up. If you find yourself still in your sins, I wouldn't take that cup. I would encourage everybody to separate yourself from sins. So keep yourself far from it, and then you'll be worthy. But if come that day we take that cup, you still find yourself in sin, don't take it. Trust me, don't take it. I won't be before you long. I really am going to try to give you a little information, get out the way. Give me the book of Shemut. Allah Shemut, chapter 2 and verse 4, verse 14. Matter of fact, verse 13. Allah Shemut, 2 and 13. And then other brothers, give me the book of Acts, chapter 7, verse 25. There's no Abari word for that yet, so we'll just say Acts. So the book of Shemut, for those who are joining in, Shemut is Exodus. Chapter 2, verse 13, we'll start there, see where it takes us. Go ahead.
And when he went out the second day, behold, 2 men of the Abarim strove together, and he said to him that did the wrong, wherefore smitest thou thy fellow?
Now we talk about Moshe here. Now Moshe came up, read that again. Moshe came up on who?
And when he went out the second day, behold, 2 men of the Abarim strove together, and he said to him that did the wrong, wherefore smitest thou thy fellow?
2 men of the Abarim, which makes them what? Makes them brothers, right? So we got some Abarim brothers that strove together. When you look at strove, you look at struggle. They struggled together. They strived, something happened. Now go ahead.
And he said, who made thee a prince and a judge over us?
He said, who made you a ruler and a judge over us?
Intendedest thou to kill me as thou killedest the Mizraim?
So you're going to kill me like you did the Egyptian the other day? Now jump over and give me the book of Acts, chapter 7, and verse 25. I believe that's 25. Take a little trip with Moses real quick. Moshe. Real quick. So Moshe came across 2 brothers. Seen them striving together. He said to the one that was doing the wrong, why smitest thou thy brother? So we had a controversy here. But go ahead. Acts chapter 7. What does verse 25 say?
For he supposed his brethren would have understood how that Elohim by his hand would deliver them.
Back up to 23. What does that say?
And when he was full 40 years old, it came into his heart to visit his brethren, the children of Yasharal. And seeing one of them suffer wrong, he defended him and avenged him that was oppressed, and smote the Mizraim. For he supposed his brethren would have understood how that Elohim by his hand would deliver them. But they understood not. And the next day he shewed himself unto them as they strove, and would have set them at one again, saying, Sirs, ye are brethren. Why do ye wrong one to another?
He said, Sirs, you brothers. Why y'all wronging each other?
But he that did his neighbor wrong thrust him away.
And he that did his neighbor wrong thrust him away.
Saying, who made thee a ruler and a judge over us?
So again, he's saying, who made you a ruler and a judge over us? In the first part, he said, in the book of Shmuel, he said prince, but we know prince is a ruler. So he said, who made you a ruler and a judge over us? Uh-huh.
Wilt thou kill me as thou didst the man from Mizraim yesterday?
Uh-huh.
Then fled Moshe at this saying, and
Then
was
he fled. Uh-huh.
and was a stranger in the land of Madian.
Now jump down and give me verse 35. Now the book of Acts, he's just recapping what happened. Now, verse 35 says what?
This Moshe, whom they refused, saying, who made thee a ruler and a judge, the same did Elohim send to be a ruler and deliverer by the hand of the Malachi which appeared to him in the bush.
Now start that over. He said, this Moshe,
whom they refused, saying, who made thee a ruler and a judge?
Now, what's another term for refused in English? Rejected, right? So they rejected it. They rejected Moses.
The same did Elohim send to be a ruler and a deliverer.
Now, the same one that Elohim sent to be a ruler and a judge, they rejected him. It's starting to sound familiar? Okay. Now give me the book of, what's that? Give me the book of Acts chapter 4 and verse 11. So this man was trying to solve a problem, which is what judges do. When you look at the term judge, it can mean the term judge has different meanings. It can mean vindicator. It can mean just somebody who sits in a position to discern matters. And if you look at discern and judge, those have the same. They can have the same definitions as far as to rightfully divide between a situation, to judge a matter. So you can look at judge as far as, okay, I'm setting up a judgment. I'm going to give everybody a sentence and a punishment. There's that judge, that type of judge. There's also a judge, okay, well, I'm going to discern between two matters. I'm going to judge a matter between right and wrong. Or we look at a vindicate, which is, okay, I'm going to set right. I'm going to, another word for vindicate is to justify. I'm going to justify who's ever right. So when you look at judge, when you look at the term judge, there's different meanings. So in this one, we got to set apart. In this one, he looked at, he judged the matter as far as him seeing two brothers that did wrong. But when he judged the matter, when he tried to vindicate and justify between the two, when he tried to discern between the two, they cast him away. They rejected him. But give me the Acts chapter 4 and verse 11, and then let's see. Other brother, give me the book of Mark. Mark chapter 9 and verse 10. Mark 9 and 10. And we'll start at 10. But give me the book of Acts chapter 4 and 11 first. Because it sounds familiar. Same men that Elohim sent to be a prince and a ruler, they rejected him. Sounds all too familiar. Acts chapter 4 and verse 11. What does that say?
This is the stone which was set at naught of you builders, which has become the head of the corner. Neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other name under Shamayim given us.
Jump to verse 10. Back up to 10.
Be it known unto you all, and to all the people of Yasharal, that by the name of Yahusha HaMashiach of Nazareth, whom ye crucified, whom Elohim raised from the dead, even by him doth this man stand here before you whole. This is the stone which was set at naught of you builders, which has become the head of the corner.
He was set at naught, which means that he was set at nothing to them. But he became what?
Head of the corner. Neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other name under Shamayim given among men, whereby we must be saved.
So you got to come to him. You got to come through him. Now give me the book of Mark chapter 9 and verse 10, and let's just walk it down. And the other brother, give me the book of Tahalim chapter 118. 118, I think that's 21. Just back it up with a few witnesses. Now, what does Mark chapter 9, verse 10 say? Let's walk it down.
And they kept that saying with themselves, questioning one with another what the rising from the dead should mean.
Mm-hmm.
And they asked him, saying, what say the scribes that Yahusha must first come? And he answered and told them, Yahusha verily cometh first, and restoreth all things, and how it is written of the Son of Man that he must suffer many things and be set at naught. But I say unto you that Yahusha is indeed come, and they have done unto him whatsoever they listed, as it is written of him.
So he said it was written of the Son of Man to do what?
That he must suffer many things and be set at naught.
And be set at naught. Now give me the book of Tahalim, chapter 118 and verse 21. And then other brother, give me the book of Uriah, chapter 12. I believe that's verse 9. Tahalim 118 and 21. Because he said it was written. Go ahead.
I will praise thee, for thou hast heard me, and art become my salvation. The stone which the builders refused is become the headstone of the corner.
So they refused him. So you look at, not only did they refuse Moshe, but they refused Yahusha. Now give me Uriah chapter 12 and verse 9. Uriah 12 and 9. What does that say?
But he that denieth me before men shall be denied before the Malachi of Elohim. And whosoever shall speak a word against the Son of Man, it shall be forgiven him. But unto him that blasphemeth against the Ruach HaKodesh, it shall not be forgiven.
Jump to 11.
And when they bring you unto the synagogues and unto magistrates and powers, take ye no thought how or what thing ye shall answer, or what ye shall say. For the Ruach HaKodesh shall teach you in the same hour what ye ought to say.
Okay.
And one of the company said unto him, Master, speak to my brother, that he divide the inheritance with me. And he said unto him, Man, who made me a judge or a divider over you?
Does that sound familiar? Moses, it was told to Moshe the same thing. Now Yahusha's come back and say, Man, who made me a judge and ruler over you?
And he said unto them, Take heed and beware of covetousness.
Now read that again.
And he said unto him, Man, who made me a judge or a divider over you?
Now it was a dispute between, he said, Master, say unto who?
Speak to my brother, that he divide the inheritance with me.
So he had a correlation with he had a little out with his brother. He strove with his brother. So he said, Master, talk to my brother. Tell him to do what?
Divide the inheritance with me.
Tell him to divide it with me.
And he said unto him, Man, who made me a judge or a divider over you?
He said, Man, now who made me a judge or divider over you? So we're looking at this man. This man was in the same position as Moshe. I mean, we know that automatically, given what we know about Moshe. But even in the same situation, he had the same situation come up. Two brothers striving together. And then Yahusha had to come and say, Man, who made me a ruler and a divider unto you? So looking at that, give me the book of Yashayahu, chapter 28 and verse 16. Yashayahu. And before you get that, give me Give me the book of. Give me the book of Yahusha 5:46. I believe 5:45. I think that's right. And the other brother who ain't reading, hold for me. What's that? Ephesians 2:19. So it sounds like Yahusha and Moses had the same situation, same problem. Yahusha 5 and 20 and 46. 5:45. What does that say?
Do not think that I will accuse you to the Father. There is one that accuseth you, even Masha, in whom you trust. For had ye believed Masha, you would have believed me.
Now why? And what did Moshe do?
For he wrote of me.
So was this talking about Moshe or was it talking about Yahusha? It's talking about Yahusha. Now give me the start me off with that Yashayahu 28:16. Just something simple. Something to consider. Just another example. Yashayahu 28:16. What does that say?
Therefore, thus saith Yahuwah Elohim, behold, I lay in Zion for a foundation a stone, a tried stone, a precious cornerstone, a sure foundation. He that believeth shall not make haste. Judgment also will I lay to the line, and righteousness to the plummet, and the hail shall sweep away the refuge of lies, and the waters shall overflow the hiding place.
So he said, judgment will I lay to the line. So when you look at Yahusha, when he said, man, who made me a ruler and a judge? Who made him that? Same one that made Moshe, ruler and a judge. Same one. Now give me that Ephesians 2:19. Just a quick correlation. I'll be out your way. Ephesians 2:19. What does that say?
Now therefore ye are no more strangers or foreigners, but fellow citizens with the saints, and of the household of Elohim, and are built upon the foundation of the apostles and prophets, Yahusha HaMashiach himself being the chief cornerstone, in whom all the building fitly framed together groweth unto a Kadash temple in Yahuwah, in whom ye also are builded together for an habitation of Elohim through the Ruach.
Now jump back to that Acts 4:10. Acts 4:10. Go ahead.
Be it known unto you all, and to all the people of Yasharal, that by the name of Yahusha HaMashiach of Nazareth, whom ye crucified, whom Elohim raised from the dead, even by him doth this man stand here before you whole. This is the stone which was set at naught of you builders, which is become the head of the corner. Neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other name under Shamayim given among men, whereby we must be saved.
And we looking at the stone. Now we're looking at the same way that they rejected Moshe and how that man was set up to be a judge and a ruler. They did the same thing with Yahusha. That man was set up to be a judge and a ruler, and they rejected him. Same way. Now give me. I'll finish up. Give me what's that? In the book of Yuchanan 6:46, 6:47. If not, then it's Oriyah 6:47. Because not only did he set that man to be a ruler and a judge, he set that man to be the foundation.
Uriah.
Uriah? Give me Uriah. Just a quick correlation. Uriah chapter 6 and verse 46. What's that say?
And why call ye me Elohim, Elohim, and do not the things which I say? Whosoever cometh to me and heareth my sayings and doeth them, I will shew you to whom he is like.
What is he like?
He is like a man which built an house and dig deep and laid the foundation on a rock. And when the flood arose, the stream beat vehemently upon that house and could not shake it, for it was founded upon a rock.
No, he said, if you hear my words and do them, then what? I'm going to show you who you're likened as.
Amen.
Go ahead.
He is like a man which built an house and dig deep.
He dug deep.
And laid the foundation on a rock. And when the flood arose, the stream beat vehemently upon that house and could not shake it, for it was founded upon a rock.
You know, and I thought about that, just kind of thinking, for us, how that ties into all of us. What foundation are we building on? Because this man, Elohim sent this man to be the foundation. So are we building on him? We often sing a song. We sang a song in times past. We don't sing it no more. But, you know, where are you building? On a rock or on the sand? And that's a question that everybody got to ask themselves this new year. What you going to build on? What's your foundation going to be this year? How you going to build? You going to build on Yahusha, or you going to build on the devil? On something that has no longevity, no substance. Something it'll last a little while, but then it'll drop off because it ain't real. But when you look at Yahusha, that foundation stands sure. That foundation never moves. It never moves. And no flood, no storm. When you founded on that, no storm is going to move you. No storm will move you. No matter who comes, no matter how deeply connected you get to them, and they end up moving away, no storm is going to move you. No matter family, friends, no storm is going to move you. So when you built and founded on this foundation, on the foundation of Yahusha, you can't be moved. So I encourage everybody in my close, ask yourself this question. Where are you building at? Who's your foundation? Who's your foundation? I appreciate you guys. That's my time. Love y'all.
Amen.